Okay, so where did we stop in the last class?
I think we have finished restrictions tab.
Restrictions tab. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I may not be able to speak louder because I'm having some throat infection. Okay, so please bear with me.
I think we have completed references also.
No,
Mm.
references we did not do. I think we stopped at restriction tab. Okay, and in restriction tab, we saw why we need a. By the way, what is the specification header tab? Let's revise a little bit before we continue. What is a specification header tab and what does it contain?
It's contain the basic data means like
Hmm.
specification type, specification number,
Hmm.
specification nature,
Hmm.
uh,
Substance
created on,
nature.
change on,
Hmm.
change
That
on
is
date,
called
created on.
administration data. So header data, like you told last time, it's nothing but basic information. And when I say specification header, it is the basic information about that specification. So it contains specification name, to what category it belongs, what is the specification type, what is the substance nature, and authorization group. Authorization group, I told you, if you are like in an organization like a Tata Group, and if you want to allow only the employees from a particular company to access this data, then you can select that particular company name. Or if you want to allow all the employees in that organization to access this data, you can select all. So that is an authorization group. And apart from that, we have administration data that tells you who created that specification, on which date it was created, and if somebody made some changes, who is that person who made the changes, and on which date the changes were made. So your administration data is captured automatically. We cannot edit anything in that. Okay, so administration data is fixed and it will be auto updated by the system. We cannot update this. See, for example, last changed by, it is still showing as this user, and if I go and add a substance nature, then it will get updated automatically and it will show my user ID. It is like that. Okay, so that's your administration data. And what is a restriction tab?
Who are all the people we are allowing to access that?
Access what?
This is the data related to the specification.
Yeah, specification header data. Specification header data alone. See, I'm not telling this MSDS data, or I'm not telling any part of the other data. I'm very specific and I'm saying they can access only specification header data. So it can be like your customers, it can be like the officials or authorities, or it can be public. You can select the rating as public also. So your restriction tab is basically made up of two different objects. One is the rating and another is a validity area. So here rating means it is a group of SAP users that can be, for example, the customers or officials or internal, or it can be public, or you can add more. If you want to add even suppliers as one of the rating, you can also add them. And validity area is nothing but it is that geographical area, like either a particular country or a region or a continent, or it can even be an organizational unit like plant, okay, or a jurisdiction. So basically it is that boundary within which our data is valid, or it is that boundary to which our group of SAP users belong. You can tell in both the ways. Either you can say that the data is valid within that boundary called as validity area, or you can say that whoever we are selecting, customers or officials or anybody, to which particular area do they belong. So in both the ways you can explain the restriction tab. So we had seen this example, we added some ratings. You can maintain multiple ratings also. Like if you want, you can add customers as a rating and then assign a validity area. Or you can select some other rating like officials, again you can maintain a particular validity area. So like that, multiple ratings can be managed here. So that is your restrictions tab, which will allow only a particular group of SAP users to access your specification header data. Next, third tab is called as a identifiers tab. So before I tell you more about this, first we have to understand what is an identifier. Maybe I had told this some time back, I don't remember, but the next tab is called as a identifiers. Identifiers tab. So what are identifiers? Identifiers, or I can say identifier is a function which is used to uniquely identify a specification. Identifier is a function which is used to uniquely identify a specification. Now what does it mean? Uniquely identifying a specification. That you can do even by going to the initial screen, no? Like if I go to initial screen, if I want to identify a unique specification, I can enter the name and I can search. Or let's say I don't know, then you can add a star and then again you can search and you can identify a specification. So why do we need identifiers when we already have an option where I can uniquely search and display a specification? Why do we need identifiers?
So that we can search that particular substance from multiple identity. Like means, if we consider an example of water having the chemical formula of H2O, and maybe water having some CS number. So that
Yeah.
if we enter that particular number and chemical formula.
Yeah, see, to identify any object, there are multiple ways by which we can identify that object. It's not only the specification name. Now, what will happen if you don't remember the name of that specification? Let's say you don't remember a single digit or a single letter. Then how will you search that specification? See, some specification will have number like this, 1937. Let's say you don't remember or you cannot recall. So what to do in such a case? Here I have to add something related to that specification name or number. I have to add. Only then I can search. There is no other option. Right? In a specification field, I have to enter either the complete name of that specification or at least the starting initial letters followed by a star. Something I have to add. Otherwise I cannot display that specification. But what identifier will allow you to do, it will allow you to search a particular specification by using alternative names. Okay, let's take example. You work for a company where there are 1,000 people working. Okay, I come to that company. Let's say you are a EHS officer there. I come to your company and I want to meet you. So I will go to the reception and I will ask for your name. I will say that I want to meet so and so. Please call him so that I can meet him. So what are they going to do at the reception?
They will ask our identity, sir, like which department we are, our employee number, or kind of thing, so that they will call us easily.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell the name, right? I want to meet Neela, for example.
So, for example, SAP EHS one Neela will be there, SAP Basis or FICO, another Neela will be there.
No, wait.
Specific.
No, it's not about SAP, Neela. It's not about SAP. Wherever you are currently working, no, in that company. It can be a manufacturing company, it can be a oil refinery, whatever. It may be a pharmaceutical company. It doesn't matter. Not only SAP, I'm speaking generally.
No, sir, I'm telling like same name,
Okay,
multiple
fine.
persons will be there.
Yeah, that's
So we
correct.
need some identification to call us. That's
Yes,
why I'm telling.
exactly. Like if I say Neela, there may be another 10, 15 Neela in that company, and different departments or different positions. So that lady at the reception will get confused and she will ask me, sir, there are many people with that name. Exactly whom do you want to meet? Do you have a telephone number or something? Or do you know in which department they work? Please be more specific so that we can call that person. So what I will say, oh, okay, now you are asking like that, fine. That lady will be working in the quality department. She is the head of the quality department. It is that Neela that I want to speak. So how many heads will be there in the quality department? Just one, no? So they will call you. Or maybe I will give your telephone number to them. I will say, see, this is the person. I have the telephone number, but I am not able to connect. You can please call them up and I can meet. So that can also be one of the alternative identification of you. Or maybe if I have if I have your employee ID, I will give the employee ID and I will say, I want to meet this person. So there are many ways by which I can identify you when I visit your company, even if there are thousands of people, it doesn't matter. But what I should be able to do, I should be able to give you more information or some alternative information so that they can identify the correct person. If I just have a name and if I don't know anything more than that, then it becomes really difficult. They cannot make 10 people stand in a queue, just like in a police station, to identify. I have to be more specific. So what I'll do, apart from that person's name, I will give some additional information about that person so that they can locate and identify that unique employee. Same thing happens here. Same thing. Suppose, let's say I want to display a specification called water. We have that name. There is a specification with that name. But let's say there are multiple other specifications that are having similar names. So what I will do, I will go to the identifier and there I can put the formula, molecular formula H2O, and then I can search. Or if there is any other new identifier assigned to that particular specification, I can enter that identifier and I can search. So just not name or number of a specification, identifier will give you alternative names or alternative numbers using which we can display that one particular specification. See, for example, if I enter here water, I'll get that specification. Yeah, we have that specification. Now there may be other specifications that have this, maybe not the name water, but maybe they are having formula H2O. I want to see that also. So what to do in such a case? Here I can only enter the name. Only one specification it will display. If I enter water, it will only show one specification. But maybe there are other specifications having common properties or having the formula H2O. Quite possible, no? Because let's say there is one hard water, another is soft water. Two types of water is there. So when I am creating a specification, for one water I am just giving the name water, for the another type of water I am giving the number or some unique name. So how will I know both are waters? I want to display both the specifications. But here I can enter only one name. Or maybe chalo, if I add WA and put a star, it will show all the specifications starting with WA. In any case, I can only display one specification. So instead of that, what I can do, I will go to the identifier here. You see here, identifier under restricting criteria for search. And if I put the word water and press enter, all those specifications that contain this word water will be displayed. You see, now we are not getting one specification, we are getting total 13 specifications, including this one. See, including this specification that contains the name water. But there are other specifications also, like 1682, this also contains the word water. CPFD 1130 contains water. There is a TERD 300R, again that contains water. So see, there is a difference, right? Just by going to specification field and entering the name will give me one result. But if at all, if I want to search all the specifications that contain the word water, then what should I do? I have to go to the identified section and enter the name. Then what happens? I will get multiple results. So one common thing between all the specification is water. Like if you have used MS Excel filters and all, you will be able to relate. If there are 1,000 people working in a company, and if you want to filter only, let's say, people working in the HR department, so what will you do? You will go to the department column. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. You have to go to the HR department column, select the filter there. Among all the other departments, just select HR department, and if you press enter, what happens? Maybe 10-12 people who are working in the HR department, they will be displayed in the list. So how you search in the Excel sheet, exactly like that, we can search here in the specification database by using the identifiers. Okay, you are getting my point?
It is a kind of a filter.
Yeah, something like that. It's a filter. One second. I am not audible, is it?
It's audible for me.
Audible, okay.
So I think the network issue is from Omkar's end. You are audible, sir.
Should be.
Okay, I think now it's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Right. So identifiers, and not only that, that is not the end of the story. Okay, let's go back to this specification which I had opened. Maybe it was 1937. Okay, let me go to 1551 or 520. Yeah. So under the identifier tab, you can see that all these are identifiers. You can maintain in any language. You can maintain in Korean, in Chinese, or in German, in French, or in Japanese, whatever language you want, you can maintain the identifiers. So here, for example, see the specification number is 520. But if you come to the identifier, they are maintaining the data as small board. So here in English, and also here also we have in English, they are maintaining the identifier as small board. So it's not necessary that you have to always maintain the name. You can also maintain the numbers or even the formula. So under the identifier category, if I go, there are 4 options. Either it can be a chemical formula, or it can be an indicator, or name, or number. So for example, let's say here there are a lot of specifications. I will go to some other, here. What I can do, for the same specification 815, apart from name, I will also maintain an identifier category as number. So let me select here the identifier as number. But what number? If I tell number, it's very generic, right? Number can be anything. Number can be a serial number or material number or identification number, or it can be any other kind of number. So when I select the category as number for my identifier, I should also mention what type of number it is. So if I go to ID type, here I can find there are a lot of options, like it can be a bill of material number or cash number or customer number or customer product number. All these are different numbers, group number, ID number. So what are you planning to create here? If it is a customer number, select that option. And then you can enter some number like 2906. 0626. Let's say this is a customer number. So next time when I want to search this specification, I can either use this entire definition identifier they have given, boneless, skinless chicken breast, or I can use the customer number 290626. Whichever I want, I can use it in the initial screen and I can search this specification. Now I will save this data. So once you go back to the initial screen, let's say you want to search a particular specification that contains the customer number. I'll remove this. That contains customer number 290626, for example. And if you press enter, it will show me that one specification. Right? This is the one where we maintain the data. It will take me directly to that specification. What will happen if I combine more than one identifier? We have a number here, plus I will put some name, maybe like again water. So what will happen now?
This
It
will
will
be come
not work
under identifier. This will show you all.
there will be error, I think. It will not work
Okay, why it will not work?
because means if any substance has both the items, name and number, then it will work. Otherwise, it will show that there is no substance related to the
Yeah,
water and
exactly.
as a
Yeah.
number.
See, the specification should contain both of these things. It should contain name as well as the number. It will add water plus this number, it will add, then it will search. Do we have any specification like that? It will not search separately. If you are thinking that it will search all specifications containing water and also it will search any specification containing this number, both will not happen simultaneously. What the system will do, it will add both water plus 290626. So I am sure no specification is having both the combination. So fortunately what will happen, it will say that there is no object in the database. So we don't have any specification that has both the water word and this number. But when I just search this number, it will of course show me the specification. Okay, it is like that. Or if at all that specification is having the same number which I am using as an identifier and also it contains the name. What was that name? Do you remember?
Boneless.
It was a very lengthy name, no?
Boneless, skinless chicken breast.
Okay, let me copy that. I think like that it is better. 815. Now I will copy this entire identifier. And when I go to initial screen, so what happens now is when I search both the name as well as the identifier number, it will again show me one specification. Because this specification contains that entire sentence plus it also contains the number. Like that, it will add name plus number and then it will search. Got it? So like that also you can combine more than one identifiers and you can search, or while maintaining identifiers also you can create as many as you want.
Sir, what exactly this is customer means customer number?
Customer number means, see, we are creating here specifications. We are creating a MSDS, okay? And we are creating this MSDS for some product, chemical product. Now, if I want to filter out all those specifications which I am creating for one particular customer, how can you search? Let's say I am a chemical manufacturing company and I have a customer, XYZ customer is there. He is purchasing 10 different chemicals from me. So if I am selling a chemical to them, then I have to create a MSDS, no, for that customer.
Yeah.
So I am maintaining for all those 10 chemicals, I am creating the MSDS. But in my system, there are thousands of specifications because I don't have one customer, I have many other customers. How will I know out of these 1000 specifications that I have, out of that 10 specifications I have created for one customer? How can I search that?
Okay, so customer number means it is a ID of the client.
Yeah, it
Maybe it
can
can
be an ID or some serial number if you are maintaining, because every
be a
customer will have some unique number.
vendor code, subcontractor
Yeah,
ID.
yeah, something like that. So if I know the customer number and if I search the specifications using that number, I will get only those specifications which I am preparing for that guy. And if he is purchasing 10 chemicals from me, I know that, okay, these are the 10 specifications from which I have to generate the MSDS, and that MSDS I have to share with that one customer. I can filter the data. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, there will be 15 customers and 1000 specifications because I am manufacturing 100 different chemicals. So, how can I actually filter the data? It's not possible, especially in specification database. So, identifiers are very helpful. They are like keyword. Okay, if I have to use any other alternative name, I can call it as a keyword or search term, right? So by using the identifiers, we are able to filter out the data. See, in the previous example, I had put water, and what I got the result, I got 13 specifications which contained that name water. So now I know, okay, these are the specifications which has this keyword water, and I can easily identify them. Similarly, if I have a customer name, by entering the customer name, I can filter out all these specifications which are applicable for him. I need to create reports for him, and whoever is that customer, I can filter out the data. That is why we use identifiers. Right? So name, it can even be a customer name, by the way. See, if you go to the ID type for name, you will even have customer product name or customer name. There are many options. Name means it is general word. It can be any kind of name, cash name or customer product name, customer name, aliens name, like that, or label name. And you can maintain any number of identifiers, any number of them. Same way, we can also go to the chemical formula. If at all there is a formula for this boneless chicken, you can even maintain a formula. So formula means, again, there are different types of formula. We have molecular formula, rational formula, structural formula, empirical formula. All these are formula. So whatever you want to maintain, maybe like molecular formula, for example, let's say it is chicken itself. Chicken 360. So this will become the formula. Next time, by going to the initial screen, if you enter this identifier chicken 360, it will show the specification name. Right? So like that you can use name, number, chemical formula, or even indicator. Indicator means it can be a dash or it can be a dot. So that all those specifications which contain that indicator will be displayed. Like that. This is how you use the identifiers.
Sir,
Okay,
what is
clear?
the indicator in ID category?
Indicator can be a dash, like I told you. Like if you go select indicator, you can add either a dash, okay, you can add a star, something like that. No, I think it is dash only. It will only take dash. It is like an indicator. Against the name, you will put some marker, no? It's like a marker. That's it. Normally we don't use it. Most of the time, either it will be a name, number, or a formula. Okay, these are identifiers. I hope you have understood. Identifier is nothing but it is a word, or it can be a number, or it can be a formula using which we can uniquely identify a specification. That is called as an identifier. Next, let's go to material assignment tab. Now, this is little confusing here. I hope you will be able to understand. I will try to be as simple as possible. So, what is a material assignment tab? Okay, tell me one thing. When we create a specification, exactly what are we creating in a specification?
We are doing a digital entry of substance.
What data are you
Type
creating?
category name.
We are maintaining
Type
the
category name.
chemical and physical properties of the particular
Okay.
substance. And
Property.
related to that, there are some materials related to that substance that comes under this material. So, consider one substance that is related to some chemical, and whatever materials related to that chemical comes under this particular specification.
Okay. See, here, first of all, when I create a specification, I am creating a EHS data. It can be MSDS data, or it can be some REACH compliance data, whatever it is. Most of the time, when I create a specification, I am actually creating a EHS data. So this MSDS is actually a EHS data. Okay. Now, next question is, just by looking at this specification name, can you tell me for which material I have created this MSDS? Okay, let's take this 815. This is the specification number. By looking at this number, can you tell me for which material you have created that?
No.
It's not possible. Or, okay, if I ask you whether this material is solid, liquid, or gas, that you will find, okay, no problem. If you go to physical chemical properties, you will find that. Okay, if I ask you how do you measure this material, whether in kilogram or liters or any other measurement unit, can you find out somewhere here? Or if I ask you, okay, I have created a MSDS. So this is created for some material. That material is a raw material, or it is a semi-finished product, or a finished product. Please tell me. If I ask, can you tell that? Or if I ask you,
Select a substance, real substance, pure substance. So from that, I think we can get the
no, we
details.
cannot. A real substance can be a raw material and it can be a finished product.
You can search directly that particular material in the.
If I have maintained, okay, you will search. If I have not maintained, how you will search? Or if that particular tab itself is not there, how will you search? See, we are creating this MSDS data, like this particular specification 815 for some material. Okay, that material, let's say some chemical, and for that chemical I am creating the MSDS data. But people who are accessing this specification data, they should be able to identify, right, for which material this data has been created. If you directly come here to 815 specification, how will you know for which material they have created? Or how will they know what are the different properties of that material? Can they know that information? It's not possible. So therefore, what SAP has done, they have given a tab called as Material Assignment tab, where I can connect a material with the specification. What I am doing here in the Material Assignment tab, I am connecting a material data with the specification data. Now, whoever is looking at this MSDS, they know for sure okay, this specification has been created for this material 2016. Now they know for which material this MSDS has been created. Or they can go and search the information about that material, and they will come to know whether it's a raw material or a finished product, where we are storing, whether we are purchasing it or we are selling it, what is happening with the material. They can go and check out. But if they don't know the material name itself, then it becomes very difficult. It's like shooting by closing both your eyes. You will not know where to search, what material to search. You will not know that. That is why we have this option called Material Assignment tab, where we can connect the material number with that specification. Okay, you are getting my point. Material Assignment tab.
What the material is in this case? What is the 21016?
Yeah, 2016 is the material. Again, you can change it.
But what is the material? I'm not getting that. What is the material?
It is a boneless chicken. Because along with the material number, you will get the description also. See, this is just an example. Please don't take it seriously. We don't create MSDS for boneless chicken and all. But somebody has assigned that material. You can simply delete it off. You can delete it and add some other material name.
So
Sir, here, as you are telling,
material
216
Yeah.
number is for boneless chicken.
Sorry, Neela.
216 number is for this boneless and skinless chicken.
Yeah, it is. See, material number itself will not give you any information, right? So when they create a material, they have to add a material description also.
Got it, sir.
So people will create materials. Whatever material you are using in the company, all those materials have to be first created in the MM module. So when they create a material there, it is their wish. They can give a number for that material and they can maintain a description. So when I put here 2016, I am getting the description as boneless chicken. Or if you add something else, some other, you will get a different material or different description you will get. For example.
But how is this material and specification connected?
We are connecting here, no?
Between the material and specification.
Specification is a EHS data. Material is actually for which material we are creating that specification.
The material is the end product.
Yeah, it's a physical material. It's a physical material. If it is a fertilizer, for that fertilizer you have to maintain MSDS, no? Okay, let's say you are manufacturing fertilizer. Where do you create the MSDS for that? Do you think you have to create a MSDS for your fertilizer?
Yes.
Where will you create?
By adding a specification by the fertilizer name.
Yeah, okay. So let's say you will create one specification here and you will create the MSDS data. But exactly for which material you have created, but how should I know that? How will I know that this specification has been created for that particular fertilizer? What is the reference? What is the reference? Where should I go and check?
In this
So if I go to the
in the specification name, I will add the name of the fertilizer.
What if you don't? If you see, it depends on the company. Some companies only maintain numbers for their specifications. They don't want to add a name and all. In such a case, you need, see here what is happening, the data from the materials management module is getting connected with the EHS module. Because we are creating MSDS data in the EHS module and we want to connect it because I have to use the material name as a reference. So therefore what I am doing here, I am connecting my EHS data with the material data. Very simple. Because if I don't do that, people will find it difficult to search the material name, and they may not be able to actually access more information about that material. So
Okay,
therefore,
so this 2016 is created in the MM module.
yes, in the MM module, of course.
Okay.
So see, I can search any material here. I have to click on the drop down button, okay, and I can go to any of these options. Let me go to material number. Okay, let's go to material by material description. Just as an example. Now see, if I know the material name or number, I can directly enter. Or if I don't know, I can simply press enter. It will show me the list of all materials. See, all these are materials. And where do they create these materials? For example, 26 pin connector. This is a material description. The material number is 2458. Where they create this data?
In material management.
In materials management, exactly. We don't create, because material data is not our responsibility. It is created by some other people. So, but what I am able to do here, I am able to access the material related information. I can peep into the materials management database and I can select that material, because both are connected. My material management database and my specification database, both are connected. They are integrated. So therefore, from this particular field here, I can search any material. I have created some specification, okay, some MSDS I have created. Now what I have to do is, I have to select the material for which I have created this data. It can be any of these materials, your wish. It can be like anything. Let's say ammonia. Okay, you can add the material. So now what happens? I know this specification 815 has been created for this material 1832. If I want to know more information, like I want to know what exactly is this material, like whether it's a product or a semi-product, what it is actually. So I can do one thing, I can search that material name. So what I will do is, I will copy that material number, okay, and in the specification categories, last one is called material. Okay, in the navigation area, we have one option called material. So go to that material option. Go to that material option and you can enter that material number, right? And then if you press enter, you will be able to see more information about that. See, for example, I will click here continue. I got that material here. Double click on that. Select whichever data you want to see. I just want to see the basic data about that material. Select these two options, then click on continue. And now I will be able to see exactly what is that material. It is showing here as light bulbs. Okay, it's a finished product. Again, in the bracket you can see they have given it as a finished product. And what is the unit of measurement, to which material group it belongs, all this I can see. This particular screen what you are seeing now, this is called as material master. Material master means it is a master record that contains information about the materials, entire information. So you have basic data 1, basic data 2, where you are storing it, in which plant, accounting related data also you can see for that material. Yeah, I will select some other material. Just give me 1 second. I think it was 1957. Okay. So now you can see it is actually a raw material called ethylene, which is measured in kilograms. And by going to basic data 2, I can actually find out whether it's a dangerous good or a hazardous substance. Even that data will be maintained. So what we are currently looking at is, this is called as a material master. This data we are not going to create, it will be created under materials management. The other people are responsible for this. But what we are doing here, we are only connecting the material data with the specification data. Right. We are only connecting the material data with the specification data.
So, sir, means a specification data, material data, both can be same, na? For
Both
example,
can.
if I have a company of creating a phenyl, so I have to make the MSDS for phenyl.
Yes.
But also I am selling for phenyl to the market. So
Yes.
it will also be my material.
Yeah. It is.
Okay. Means the specification is for EHS.
Yeah,
That we can
exactly.
put the data.
Yeah, yeah. So
And
you are
material
manufacturing phenyl and you are selling it in the market, okay? But when you are selling that, it is not. Is it not your responsibility to provide MSDS for that phenyl?
It is.
Where you will create that? It has to be created in the specification database. Here you have to create. And before they
Is
sell
there
that product.
is there not an option in MM model to create MSDS?
No, why will they create? Will they take all the responsibility on their head?
Okay, okay.
We
Sir,
need
is this
different modules, right, to work.
Yes, yes, yes.
is this possible if one material having multiple specification, means one particular material can be assigned to but multiple
Yeah, you can
specification?
do that. Yes, it is possible. It is possible. Especially, I'm not saying only for MSDS. For the same material, let's say you want to maintain different types of data, like compliance data you want to maintain. You want to maintain MSDS data, and let's say you want to maintain industrial hygiene and safety data. So not necessary you create all the data in one specification, in 1551. You create 1552, maintain their compliance data. Create one more 1553, maintain industrial hygiene data. So yes, for one material there can be more than one specifications possible.
Okay.
Sir, is it possible for a single specification to have multiple property details?
Yeah, it is there, no?
But then why
I
would
did.
anyone prepare different specifications for single specification?
I mean, it is their wish. If they find it easier to maintain different specification for different data, they can do that. It's optional, not mandatory.
Okay. Okay.
But here itself, you can maintain all those data. All you have to do is just go from MSDS to, let's say, compliance, check property tree, maintain compliance related data here. Then save that data, go to any other like industrial hygiene property tree, maintain the data there. In one specification itself, we can maintain all the data, but if you feel the other option is more user friendly, you can create different specifications.
Okay.
Right, it is like that. Now tell me one thing. If that is the case, can one specification have multiple material numbers? Because see, they have given more options here. There are many fields. So can I assign multiple materials for one specification?
Yes.
But
This is
don't you
possible.
think that is a contradictory? How can one MSDS be applicable for different materials?
If
If
materials
if
having
the
same
material is
nature or
used in
same
for
properties,
Substance nature of the material may be same, sir.
Do you think it will be 100% same?
For some materials like MSDS or some, for example, I'm telling some precautions will be same, no sir, because it's all under same category, so precautions also will be same.
Yeah.
So while creating this MSDS also similarly.
Yes, okay. Maybe I can tell you like this. You are a little bit correct, but not entirely. See, if I go by your definition, do you think for petrol and diesel we have same specification? Can we create same specification? Both are fuels, no?
But both of them have different flash point.
Yeah, different flash point, different density, and some other properties are also different.
Hmm.
Like viscosity is also different. Then how can I create one specification for two materials? That is also correct, fine.
For example, sir,
Hmm.
one specification is like iron.
Hmm.
We have created one specification iron,
Hmm.
and we are using that iron for in both more than two materials. For example, one in creating a maybe staircase or maybe another some structure, and another
Hmm.
that same specification can be used for making almirah and all
Hmm.
other accessories.
Hmm.
So I think material can be different,
Hmm.
but at the base we are looking. So a specification can be same for few
Yeah.
products, I think.
Okay, so you are
It will
saying
not
that
be same always.
raw material is iron, but you are using that iron for preparing staircase, for preparing guardrail, for preparing almirah, whatever, XYZ.
Hmm.
But again, the problem is you are creating MSDS for iron, not for chair, not for table. Because the
Yeah.
specification is there, no, that is for the material iron. Okay, no problem. I'll tell you, I simply asked because I asked a lot of questions. Now, see, just consider sulfuric acid. That same product, sulfuric acid, there are different concentration levels. Some will be in the diluted form, another will be more concentrated. Even in concentration levels, there are different concentration percentages. But what is the material? Material is same. There is no change in characteristic, no change in property. It is actually the same material. But the concentration levels are different. So, do I have to create two different specifications for that? Do I have to create two different specifications?
As per the concentration level, the safety precaution measures will also be the different.
No, it will not be.
Maybe if some concentration level is very low, you can just wash it off, but not for very high concentration levels.
I mean, as far as I
Under,
know,
under, under the skin contact. Yes.
okay, what if the difference is very less? Let's say 10%. We have a concentrated sulfuric acid of 40%. We have one more same product. We have another concentrated sulfuric acid at 50% concentration level. What is the difference? 40% and 50%. 10% difference. For that, are you going to change the safety requirements itself?
Yes, no.
You will not change because the concentration level is so minute, only 10%. You are basically going to keep all these safety measures same as applicable to 50%. But they are
Yes.
not same. They are two different products depending on the concentration level, but the material is same, property is same, everything is same. If that is the case, I will just prepare one specification, but while assigning material, I will assign two different materials. Because when I'm selling that sulfuric acid, I have to create them as two separate materials. Can I keep that same material name also? Not possible, no? Then how will you differentiate? Maybe the sulfuric acid with 50% concentration level is 1878. Another with 40%, maybe I will rename it as 1879. Just as an example, I'm saying. Yeah, the MSDS will be same for both the materials because their properties are same. The only variation is on the concentration level. So that is why they have given us the option to assign multiple materials for the same specification. I can give you a lot of such examples. One is that concentration level. Another may be like, what can I say?
Water means different types of water, like tonic water, distilled water, and normal
Yeah,
water.
exactly. Yes. Because see, even in that, depending on the purity of water, there are different levels. One is called as hard water, which has lot of salt content. Another may be like fully filtered, it will not have any salt content and all. We call it as a soft water. So both are same material, but the only variation is one is hard containing salt, another is with less percentage of salt. We cannot completely remove it, but at least the percentage level is less. Or take ethanol. See, nowadays the government is mandating we have to use E20 ethanol, right? We already have E10 and we have E20 ethanol. What is the difference there?
Percentages.
Only the percentage,
Percentage of
exactly. So if that is the two materials they are selling both separately, no, they are not mixing it. They are selling separately. So therefore the material name will also be different. Let's say one is E10, another is E20. But MSDS will be same for both. So for these
Compliance data will
reasons,
also be the same.
Mhm.
Compliance data will also be the same.
Yeah, almost like it's all same. Only ethanol level is a bit more. For such cases, we can assign multiple materials for one specification. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope it is clear. Material assignment tab, where we connect the material data with the specification data, because if I want to know more information about that material, like whether it's a raw material or a finished product, what is the unit of measurement, where we are storing it, whether it's a product or a raw material, if I want to know these things, I cannot find in my EHS data. Sorry to say, but we don't have that information, we don't maintain. So if I have connected that material name with my specification, whoever is interested, they can copy that material number, they can go to the material master and there they can see additional data. So it will be much easier for them, they can evaluate more about that material. Right? That is why we need material assignment tab. Okay, so specification header tab we have seen, restrictions tab, identifiers tab and material assignment tab. It is taking a lot of time, but it's okay, you have to understand this very clearly. So next we'll see status tab, and finally we'll see reference tab and relationship tab, because they are all related. Reference tab and relationship tab both are related to each other. Okay, there is one more called header status tab. This just gives you like what is the status of that particular specification. Like here, the header status tab will tell you the specification header, currently it is in what status. There are only two status here, one is active, another is obsolete. You know what is the meaning of obsolete? I think the call will get disconnected.
removed from service.
Huh.
Removed from service.
Yeah, obsolete means no longer useful.